What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Day 19 out of 100. So exciting. Almost 1/5 of the way to 100 videos. Posting a video every day is pretty tough, but it's fun, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to do it. My goal is just to provide as much value as possible to everybody, whether that's somebody looking to buy or sell a home, somebody maybe looking to get into real estate, people who are interested in the state of Georgia, investors, you name it. I want to provide value to those people. That's the goal for these 100 videos, and then whatever comes after that. So I hope I'm doing that so far, and I hope today meets that standard as well. Since getting my real estate license, I've been asked a ton of questions like, how did I do it? What's my day-to-day like? What skills do you need to do it? Do you need a degree? Things of this nature. And today we're going to answer all those questions. So what did I do? Of course, I asked ChatGPT to ask me the 10 most common questions that people have about a career in real estate. And we're gonna answer those today. I'm answering these live. I haven't even read through the list yet. So you're getting my true and honest reaction and my true and honest answers, at least off the top of my head, for these questions. Of course, I'm just speaking on my own experiences, so there may be different answers for different people. But I'm gonna try to answer them all from a scope of what most real estate agents probably would say. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First question, what is a career in real estate like? It's a broad question. There's a lot of different ways to answer that. The first thing that came to my head was just a roller coaster. Guys, I've obviously had a lot of ups and downs in my career. If you watched my video of Friday of last week, you know that I didn't do too well in my first year. Thankfully, since then, it's been much better and much more consistent, but that's just because I've been putting in a lot more work. But even in those times, I've still seen some ups and downs. I think being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, being a self-employed individual in general brings a lot of ups and downs. It brings a lot of challenges, so naturally you're going to have a lot of highs and a lot of lows. The key is to try to stay as even keel as possible. Just stay as level-headed as possible, because everything passes. Nothing's as good or as bad as it seems. On one hand, it can be a very fruitful career, and on the other hand, it can be very discouraging, but it's really up to you. It's all going to come down to how much work you put in, because however much you put in is what you're going to get out. Number two, how do I get started in a real estate career? So, I mean, there's so many different real estate careers, but I'm just going to answer this question for mine, which is a real estate salesperson. The barrier of entry is not super high. A lot of people who are agents complain about that, and I understand why. There's a gazillion agents in the United States, and part of the reason for that is because it can be easy to get your license. That's all you really have to do. So you've got to go through a course, whether it's online or in person. In that course, you're going to learn a ton of information about real estate law. It doesn't teach you how to help people sell their house or buy a house. From there, you have to pass 2 tests. You'll go get your license, and just like that, you're a real estate agent. Number 3 is, what qualifications or licenses do I need to be a real estate agent? Kind of just answered that in the last one. You really just need a real estate license. As far as qualifications go, I mean, if you pass the test, then you meet the qualifications. I think in the state of Georgia, you have to be 18 years old. You have to go through 75 hours of education, which is that course I was just talking about. Pass your test. You maybe have to pass a background check, and then you are good to go. Number 4 is the question that you guys really came here for, and that is, how much money can I make in a real estate career? And the answer is, there is no answer. You can make $1 million, you can make $0. That is completely up to you. Don't be like me when you first get your license and say, well, Jared said I could make $1 million, so I'm going to choose to do that, and then just think it's going to happen. It isn't. If you think that way, the odds of you making 0 are much greater than the odds of you making $1 million. As a real estate agent, you make money based 100% on commissions, which means you only get paid when you sell a house. So the amount of money you make directly correlates with how many houses you sell. For some people, that is the hardest hurdle to get over. There's no guaranteed income whatsoever, and that can be a pretty tough leap to make. I understand that it can be, but it's just what you got to do. Number 5 is, what are the different job roles in real estate? The first, obviously, is a real estate salesperson such as myself. That's when you're an agent. You have a fiduciary service to your clients to help them buy or sell their house. You could be a closing attorney. That barrier of entry is a little bit higher than it is to be an agent. You could be a home inspector. You could be a mortgage lender. You could be a home appraiser. I'm not the person to tell you how to get into those jobs, but there's many different careers that you can do in the real estate industry. All right, so if you want to be one of those people who make $1 million and not $0, listen up to this question. What skills are important for success in the real estate industry? I think it was last week, maybe the week before, I posted a video about what the job of a real estate agent really is, and that I discussed a lot of things that agents do or should be doing, and I would advise you to go watch that. But we will go ahead and list off a few skills that are definitely necessary as well. If you're going to do the best job for your clients and you're going to have repeat business and you're going to have referral business, you need to be a good communicator, because no client is going to be happy if they're waiting hours to get responses from you and you give poor responses when you finally do get back to them. Make sure that you're a punctual communicator and a good one. If discipline is a skill, I would say that being a disciplined individual is definitely a good thing. There's nobody over your shoulder telling you what you need to do every day. It's completely up to you. You make the choice when you wake up in the morning if you're gonna work that day or not. And it's pretty much eat or starve, because once again, it is 100% commission based. So you need to be disciplined enough to do the work that's gonna get you paid. Being a trustworthy person is definitely an important thing. Whether you're helping a buyer or a seller, these people are putting an immense amount of trust in you to not only get the job done, but to keep all the important information confidential. You need to be somebody who they feel like they can trust, or else they're not going to. Loyalty is also a big one, and by that I pretty much just mean you need to be doing what's in the best interest of your client at all time. Be loyal to them and what their wants and needs are. Don't worry about anything else, just get them what they want. Organization is also a pretty important skill, because when you're first starting out, you're not going to have anybody handling your contracts or anything like that. Keep track of all important information from the beginning of the process where you first get the client all the way to the closing table. There's a lot of different things to track throughout that time period. Make sure you're doing that. It's going to help you in many different ways. Maybe that's a video for another time. Number 7 is, how can I find real estate job opportunities? Again, we're gonna answer this, how can I find real estate agent job opportunities? And the answer to that is, real estate agent job opportunities will find you. The client's certainly not gonna come find you. You're gonna have to go find business, but finding a brokerage to hang your license with is gonna be pretty easy. You're honestly more so interviewing them than they are interviewing you. But when you get that license, there's gonna be many brokerages that want you to represent them. Finding a job opportunity, as in finding a buyer or a seller to work with, is a completely different story. Once again, they're certainly not going to come looking for you. Make sure everybody you know is very aware that you are a real estate agent. Market yourself as good as you possibly can, and hopefully some business will come your way. Number 8, what is the work-life balance in a real estate career? This is another tricky one, because it's also very dependent on yourself. There's probably a lot of agents who would feel like their work-life balance is great, but that's just because they don't have anything going on. And while it might seem nice to think, hey, I've got all this free time, it's not, because that also means you've got $0. For the average agent, I would say the work-life balance is pretty similar to your regular 9 to 5. By that, I obviously do not mean that you're going to be working from 9 to 5 every day, because most likely you're going to be working well after 5 o'clock. But if you do handle your time efficiently, then there's ways that you can get everything that you need to get done in the day, go to your appointments, and still have enough time to spend time with your family, do whatever hobbies you may have. The answer to that question is just be purposeful, be as efficient as you possibly can, and you'll have a pretty good work-life balance. There's times that it can feel pretty overwhelming if you have a lot of clients at once. You're gonna have to work most weekends. Most of your clients are going to have the weekend off, so that's when they're gonna be available to show you their home or for you to show them homes. So be prepared to work some pretty unorthodox hours. 9 is, what are the potential challenges or drawbacks of a career in real estate? I think we've definitely touched on those throughout this video. The number 1 challenge is definitely just the fact that if you want to make money, you're gonna have to go out and get it yourself. And you better be disciplined too, or else creating a consistent schedule that's gonna get you consistent business is going to be difficult. You're never truly off the clock. I think a lot of people don't really talk about that, but as a real estate agent, you are never off the clock. Some people will designate certain hours and say, you know, hey, I'm putting my phone on do not disturb at 8 o'clock. If you're one of those agents, good for you. I mean that completely, because that's a very healthy habit. And a lot of the agents that do that can afford to do that. For the most part, you are pretty much always on the clock. You're gonna have to be able to answer your clients at all times. And finally, number 10, how can I advance or grow my career in real estate? Refer back to number 6, be a person who has all of those skills, be a good communicator, be disciplined, do what you're supposed to do, follow a schedule every day, be a trustworthy person, be loyal to your clients, be a hard-working individual, be smart, be organized, be all of those things, and you're going to grow as a real estate agent. If you are someone who's looking to become licensed and these questions help you out, please do like the video. Please reach out to me if you have additional questions or if you want help on where to get started. If you're someone looking to buy or sell, please do reach out to me, whether it's now or in the distant future. And if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe, like the video, let me know in the comments. Go subscribe to Peach State Real Estate. Just had a story go up today about buying a fixer-upper as your first home. We've got content all over the place. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying making it for you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.